Why do you care? You don't even like talk to me, so fuck off.
She actually texted me today. She's trying to get like talking to us again, I guess. She's funny for that one.
So you thought it?
You thought? Get it? Cause.
Oh my god.
Okay. The video started. I just.
Bruh, keep that in, please. Keep that in.
Hey, what's up, people? Yeah. So, like, Kurt Angle's Black Sun's here, as you can see. And what the original idea was, is I was going to get King of the Iron Fist to come here. And we were going to do a video about Emma being released.
Is that Kenneth?
Yes.
Alright.
We were going to do a video about Emma being released and how retarded it is when people like Asuka are still employed. But I can save that for next week because there's more important things to tend to. And that's because TNA has a pay-per-view this weekend. Bound for Glory, the biggest show of the year. Would you know it? No, because they obviously don't give a shit. I almost forgot this was happening. Because you see, Impact Wrestling's new strategy is instead of promoting their pay-per-view on their show, they promote other wrestling shows on their show. And they like show off their wrestlers in these other wrestlers like shows. And they're like, wow, look what these people are doing in AAA. When there's a pay-per-view on Sunday. So, I'm going to break it down for you how terrible this card is. You thought TNA was dead before? Like, if you ever thought this company was going bankrupt before? This is where it begins. This card is terrible. And I mean absolutely terrible. There's some shit in life that I can excuse. But, like, this shit, there's no excuse for it. This is just a creative team with no creativity that slapped together a card last minute, and on top of it, they didn't even know the location for the show until a month before it happened. So, therefore, all of TNA's problems are still the problem. Oh, and Jeff Jarrett and GFW, you know, that thing they, like, cross-branded with, and they were like, oh, we have a good partnership with that. Yeah, they terminated that. Jeff Jarrett's gone and GFW's gone now. So, not only, on top of the fact that your biggest show of the year has a lot of fucking conspiracy behind it because you didn't know where it was until a month ago, and you also put together a dumbass card. On top of that, for the past 3 months, they promoted Global Force Wrestling, which isn't even a part of their show anymore. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm proud of you. So, I'm going to run down this card. This card's going to be terrible. You're going to probably hear names you've never even heard before. That's how terrible this card is. Like, you remember when TNA had star power, like Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, and, like, Sting and all those people? Yeah.
Like the good people?
None of that exists now. None of that exists anymore. Their biggest star now may be Gail Kim. Maybe. I'm trying to think about who is a bigger star on the roster. Maybe James Storm. Maybe. Other than that, yeah, really, there's nobody.
Nah, for some reason, Storm.
Abyss.
Hello. If it's pretty, they probably don't have the same name, but what's that one cowboy fucker from freaking Impact?
James Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same person you're talking about?
Yes. Cowboy James Storm, bro.
Oh, okay. I got lost for a second. I was like, wait.
No, he's the fucking beer drinker, dude.
Yeah.
I drink beer! That's James Storm, dude.
What the fuck is he retarded? What the fuck was that?
That's what he does, man.
Okay, he does not go.
Yeah, he does. Whatever. I watch the show weekly. It's fucking autistic now.
What the fuck?
I'm a cowboy. So, okay, running down the card here. We'll start with the X Division match. Now, you know X Division matches in TNA. A couple months ago, people were like, "Oh, they're finally getting to do one-on-one feuds again. That's fun." Well, now we have a 6-man fuckfest between guys who weren't even feuding. Now they're just in a clusterfuck match for the championship. I believe it's Trevor Lee, who's the champion, Andrew Everett, Desmond Xavier, I believe. I could be wrong about some of these names. I don't even know. Petey Williams.
Petey Williams?
Petey Williams. They brought Petey Williams back.
What the fucking name is Petey Williams?
Petey Williams was part of Team Canada. And they brought, Bavagoy in Canada.
Sounds like some, like, short, like, 4'5" ass fucker.
Well, because he's in the X Division. Sanjay Dutt, and I believe there's another guy. Maybe I was wrong about Andrew Everett. Maybe he's not in the match. I know the guy who won the Super X Cup is in the match. What is his name? Desmond Xavier? I believe that's his name. And then there's one more guy. It's fucking Sanjay doesn't say. Oh, Garza Jr. Garza Jr. You know, he's main evented Impact the past like 2 episodes, teaming up with not Eli Drake, Johnny Impact. You know, to like in the main event scene. Yeah, he's been reduced to the card opener now. Okay. This is a total thrown together match last minute. I don't know who's gonna win. It doesn't matter who wins because whoever does win, they'll just be like, "Oh, he's the champion now," and then we'll move on to nothing. We have Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie in a red wedding match. Taya Valkyrie.
These names.
Imagine a she-male. That's Taya Valkyrie.
Is it really?
Yes. I swear to God. Look her up. It's a she-male.
Guys, is he just exaggerating or is she?
No, it really is a she-male. It is a large, fat woman with muscles that looks like a man.
Okay, just because she looks like a man doesn't mean she.
It's a she-male. It's a she-male. I promise you.
Does she have a bulge?
Yes. Look it up. I swear to God, look it up. Look up Taya Valkyrie. You'll see it. I know you'll see it.
I mean, I don't want is Taya Valkyrie a freaking she-male on my browser history?
Okay, well then don't look it up. But I'm just telling you. I'm telling
hey,
you.
John, why are you looking up?
People in the comment section will agree that they know who I'm talking about. It's she-male. It's like exactly what Charlotte Flair is. It's a she-male.
Alright.
So they're having a red wedding match. I have no idea what that means. Sure enough, they have no idea what it means either because they haven't gone to explain it. So, like literally, you can watch the pre-show video for this, and all they say is they're competing in a match called Red Wedding.
Red Wedding.
No explanation to what it is. No, this is a Vince Russo match. That's what this is. Vince Russo came back and he was like, "Hey, let's have a Red Wedding match." He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know what it's for. We're just having it because it has a cool name, right? Can you explain? Is this like a First Blood match? What the fuck is Red Wedding? It doesn't matter. Taya's going to win because they're trying to push her, and Rosemary apparently just sucks now, according to Impact. So whatever. Then, in the other knockout match, we have 2 knockout matches on this card. We have Ali, Gail Kim, and Sienna in a 3-way for the championship, which was originally a 4-way, but Terrence Terrell left the company. So, get this. They booked this girl in a championship match for their pay-per-view. Spent time hyping it up. Then, they had to remove her from the match because she left the company. They never had her signed to a contract where she had to compete at this show. So that's the state this company is in. They're booking people on their show that they don't even know can work the show for sure. So, of course, we have to take Terrence Terrell out of the match. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, they did an angle on Impact where Gail Kim slaps Terrence Terrell. And because Gail Kim slapped her, Impact officials said she was not medically cleared to compete. Because she got slapped. Keep note, kids. You get slapped, you won't be medically cleared to compete in a wrestling match. Don't get slapped. So stupid. So, I believe Gail Kim's going to win this 3-way. Why? Because pay-per-view's in Canada and it's her last match ever. Why would you not give her the championship in her last match ever? That's such a TNA move. What, Gail Kim? You're having your last wrestling match? Let's give you our championship. Don't be surprised when it happens, kids. Then we have the exciting match that Cowboy James Storm is in. He's teaming up with EC3 and Eddie Edwards to take on Team AAA. Who is Team AAA, you ask? I don't know. It's a bunch of Mexican fucks. They brought in these guys. They said they're from a different company. And all of a sudden, this company is feuding with Impact for no reason. So, if anything, this makes Impact look like a bunch of retards. Because they brought these people into their fucking company. And they're going to war with their own stars. Why'd you bring them in then? So, I believe the USA guys are going to win because... Get this shit, too. This infuriates me more, actually. It infuriates me more. They're having a USA versus Mexico match in Canada. So who wins? Who wins this? What country are you supporting here? I would understand if it was actually in Orlando still, and you wanted to have USA reign supreme, whatever. But you're having USA versus Mexico in Canada. I won't be surprised if the fucking Canadians start cheering for themselves. Like, literally, what? Who booked this? There's nobody to cheer for. That's especially true because in this same fucking 6-man tag team match, you on 2 weeks ago on Impact had a 5-way. Not between the AAA guys, not between the Impact guys, between all the guys. So you had your own teams fighting with each other in a match. And now they have to team up. Who is booking this? Expect Team USA to win in Canada because USA reigns supreme. Whatever. Then there's the tag team title match. I have no idea what the fuck that was.
Hell, the headphones.
Then there's a tag team title match. It's OVE, Ohio versus Everything. They're the champions. They debuted 2 months ago. They're the champions. Versus LAX. All of LAX. Which is Conan. 2 guys I don't know. Dementia, I think her name is. And Homicide. Now keep note. Why is it all of LAX, you ask? Why is it a 5-on-2 handicap match? Well, you see, this isn't just a normal street fight. It's a 51-50 street fight. And as LAX explained, 51-50 means that they can all get involved in a street fight. A match with no rules anyway. So what was the point of clarifying that it had to be a 51-50 street fight?
I don't know, to make it sound special.
That's stupid. So retarded. Especially because they just had a street fight on this show a couple months ago where all of LAX got involved anyway. So you're telling me they had to come up with their own stipulation for them all to get involved? And even so, you could argue, oh, well, maybe Impact Management would have fought against this. Well, if they are, then they're idiots. Because OVE is bringing in a guy who's not scheduled for the match to help them. And Impact's okay with it. So what was the point of naming this a 51-50 street fight? To give it a cool name? That's not a cool name. 51-50? What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does 51-50 mean? I'm serious. What does it mean?
I'm over here trying to think.
What the fuck does that mean? 51-50. We're gonna have a 51-50 street fight. What the fuck? What does that mean? You could have just said we can have a street fight where everyone's involved? Jesus Christ, a normal fucking street fight? No, it's gotta be specifically 51-50.
51 versus 50?
51 for... There's only 5-on-2. It's 5-on-2 and one guy's not even supposed to be in the match. I hate the show. It's so stupid. Is Vince Russo booking this? If he is, just tell me. Because honestly, nothing makes sense. The stipulations they come with are fucking retarded. And you have fucking retards all over the show. It furthermore annoys me because LAX, they got them to agree to the match before they said the stipulation. So why didn't they just say, hey, look boys, you're going to have to lay down for us and let us win the championship. If they can make the stipulation, just make the match the stipulation 51-50 means you lay down and you die. Why not? Why the fuck not? Instead you had to say, oh, we can all get involved. That's a normal street fight, you dumb fuckers. There's no rules. OVE is going to win because whenever it's a 2-on-5 handicap match, the lesser number always wins. Because wrestling is realistic.
Is it really?
Yes. Of course it is. You want an example? You got to watch The Shield. Oh, my bad. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose with Kurt Angle versus the 5 fuckers they competed against at the last pay-per-view.
But
they won.
Wait. But Kurt Angle, he can't wrestle?
No, he's wrestling again. Yes, we've been over this.
What?
Yeah. You see, what they did is they ran tests with Kurt Angle, and they said, you're not old, you can still wrestle. And he goes, oh, it's true. It's damn true. And so he's wrestling again.
But the nigga has like a steel plate in his neck.
I know. He's wrestling.
There is no test. The nigga could die.
Don't worry. At the last pay-per-view, his debut match since returning, it was a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Yeah, it was 3-on-5, tables, ladders, and chairs. And
he won?
He won. They took him out, though. They took him out like 5 minutes into the match with a table spot. Then he came back after 20 minutes of the match had already happened. Which means Kurt Angle's in top shape. By the way, fun fact about Kurt Angle. If you look in the TNA history books, Kurt Angle had his last match on Impact. His last retirement match ever happened on Impact.
Well, yeah.
Then a year later, he wrestled in WWE. Good job, Impact. Good job. Proud of you people. So then, in the most... this annoys me, actually. in the match that is built up the most, has the most story behind it, has the most characters behind it, and has the most reasoning behind it, and they haven't blown it off yet on Impact, so you actually can be anticipated to watch this. They're doing Grado and Abyss in a Monsters Ball match. Who is Grado, you ask? Look up Grado.
Grado?
Look up Grado on your phone right now. Just look up Grado. I'm going to wait to see his reaction to Grado while I talk about this. So,
I mean...
the storyline...
How bad could it be, though? How do you spell it?
It's really bad. Grado. Grado. And then, say wrestler if it doesn't work for you. So, the storyline behind this is that Grado was going to be deported from the country because he's in the UK and his visa was expiring. So, he tried to marry do you see him? He tried to marry a United States woman. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you thought it wasn't bad? There it is. That's Grado.
What?
Yep. Oh, yeah. So, he tried to marry a woman because if he got married to a woman, he wouldn't be able to stay in the U.S. So, he meets Laurel Van Ness.
Fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He meets Laurel Van Ness. And Laurel Van Ness...
Ugly as shit.
Laurel Van Ness, she's crazy, so she's into him. Except when they go for the wedding, they realize, wow, Laurel Van Ness is Canadian. I can't marry her. I can't stay in the U.S. because of her. Sure enough, Laurel Van Ness is Canadian. Guess who's not booked on this Canadian show? Not Laurel Van Ness. Makes sense, right? So, Joseph Park comes back. Joseph Park, in case you haven't figured out, is Abyss.
Alright.
They kind of they're supposed to be brothers, but they're the same person.
Also, kind of like how you have a twin brother named Kyle.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Nigga.
Except my brother is not a monster. His brother's a monster. His brother's the monster Abyss, specifically.
Alright.
So, Joseph Park was like, you could work for my company at Park and Park. And so Grado agreed to this. And they started working. Except Joseph Park is a douchebag. And he started taking money from him. When Grado was putting all the hard work in, he was stealing money from him. And then Joseph Park rolled up in a car one day with all these women in it, while Grado had to walk to the arena. And so Grado got mad about this, and he was like, oh, I want to fight you in a match. And Joseph Park just so happened to have a Bound for Glory contract. And he made Grado sign it. And he's like, you didn't read the fine print. You're going to face Abyss in a Monsters Ball match.
A Monsters Ball match.
Yeah, that's also a street fight. With a different name.
Monsters Ball match.
Yeah. Get it? Because he's the monster Abyss. And it's his ball. Yeah. It's also just a street fight. Surprised they didn't name this a 51-50 Monsters Ball match. So, yeah. Grado's going to win. Because it's Abyss's specialty match. Which means he must lose. This is why nobody watches TNA. I can't say this enough. Last year...
I'm glad I stopped watching wrestling.
They last year had 370,000 viewers on Pop TV. You know how many they got last week on Impact?
What, 50,000?
230,000 viewers.
Oh, okay.
They lost over 100,000 viewers in 1 year, and they can't figure out the problem. They can't figure it out. The problem is, you retards are taking people from different companies that don't work for your show, and you're putting them on Impact. So when people watch Impact, they're watching AAA wrestling. Well, guess what, you dumb fucks? Nobody's watching Impact Wrestling to see Mexico wrestling.
His veins popping out.
It's so stupid. I hate wrestling these days. Because people out there, they're like, oh, well, I want to watch some good-ass wrestling. Except what you don't realize is when you turn into a wrestling channel, you're watching that wrestling channel to watch their wrestling. Why would I fucking turn on fucking basketball if I wanted to watch football? The shit's retarded. It's retarded. It's not a good marketing decision. Oh, but we get to see great matches. Well, guess what? You could go on the internet and watch great porn. Doesn't fucking mean that I'm not gonna fucking sit here and not get X videos from X video. If I want Pornhub, I'm gonna go on fucking Pornhub. Why the fuck would I go on Pornhub if I wanted X video? Pisses me off. So stupid.
Goes from wrestling to porn.
Cause it's the only thing I can think about. Jesus Christ. Not like that, damn it.
Actually,
Fuck.
It's kind of funny because aren't some wrestlers involved in porn too?
Yes. Seth Rollins had his nudes leaked last year. Is there another match that I'm forgetting about? Because I feel like this card is way too short.
What you told me about? Then they had a dildo and it was
oh, Seth Rollins, yeah.
Like a vibrator.
He had the Money in the Bank briefcase, and they're standing there. I'm going to show you that video after this shit. They're standing there, and they're fucking just talking, and then they hear a vibrating sound, and they zoom in on the briefcase, and Seth Rollins walks in, and he goes, "It's an electric razor."
Nigga, what?
No, you implied that it's a dildo, and this man's fucking himself. That's what you implied on your wrestling show. The top heel on your show, you implied fucks himself with a dildo.
I wish I recorded that.
That's what you implied. So fucking stupid. There's got to be another match on this card that I am not thinking about, because this card seems way too short. Is there another championship? I don't think there is. This card really is this short? Whatever. So the main event, get ready. So you remember good Impact main events from like history when like Bobby Roode was champion, and let's say James Storm was in the main events, and Sting was in the main event, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Austin Aries, all the people that used to be in the main events. Well, here's your Bound for Glory main event, folks. It's Eli Drake versus Johnny Impact. Johnny Impact. Do you know who Johnny Impact is?
Oh, fuck no.
Do you remember John Morrison?
Yeah.
That's Johnny Impact. Yep. So, your main event for your biggest pay-per-view of the year is...
Oh my fucking God.
Is John Morrison...
The fucking AIDS.
Yes. Is John Morrison versus Eli Drake. And God forbid, I'll give Eli Drake credit. He is one of the best fucking workers they have on this fucking show. But guess what? Nobody fucking knows who Eli Drake is. Not a single fucking person. If I asked this fucker right now who Eli Drake is, he wouldn't know.
Isn't Drake like a rapper?
Eli Drake. See? Okay. So, exactly. So, my point being is you're asking people to pay $40 for a show headlined by John Morrison and Eli Drake.
Why would I pay $40 when I could watch it for free on streaming?
No, but that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. You don't fail to understand this. I was going to go see this show live in Orlando when it was announced for Orlando. Because it's free to go see it live.
Oh.
And it's like, wow, I'd rather go just see it live for free than pay $40 for these fuckers. No. Then they moved it to Canada. So now, they're either getting nothing at all, or I'm not watching it. Because either way, I don't care. I'll read the results later on. And I'll fucking talk about them regardless. I don't watch Raw sometimes, and I still come on here and do Raw reviews for you people. Eli Drake and John Morrison. That's your main event in 2017. That's what it's come down to. John Morrison. And you know what's that? No,
what's it called? What's it called? That nigga again? What? Johnny
Impact. You know, because on the Indies, his name was Johnny Hennigan, but we can't do that. Or Johnny Mundo was also his other name. He had two. Johnny Hennigan and Johnny Mundo. But you see, we wanted him to connect with the Impact audience, so we just named him after the show.
If you call him Johnny Mundo, he sounds like freaking Hispanic.
Yeah, Johnny Mundo. You know, like like Homer Simpson, like Johnny Mundo.
Bruh.
You know.
I kind of thought like Telemundo.
Oh, well, that too. And the worst part about this is I'm almost positive Johnny Impact's winning the championship. Oh, by the way, rant about championship. You know how they got rid of Global Force Wrestling? Well, the top title was still called the Global title.
Why?
Because despite the fact they got rid of Global Force Wrestling, they still want to be a global wrestling company. So they're still making the title the Global title. By the way, another fun fact about titles. All the championships, right now, they're GFW belts. But they got rid of GFW. So these fuckers put their mind in the creative gear, and you know what they did? They got Impact stickers. And they put Impact stickers over the GFW name.
No.
Yep.
No.
This company is dying, folks.
No.
It's dying. There's no saving this company. I don't know what you want me to say to you. Like, if you actually enjoy watching this, I'm sorry. There's no saving this company. It's turning into an indie fed. It's turning into fucking dumbass wrestling. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody. Not a single person. What's worse is that it's the end of the year now. There's like 8 more weeks to get left of the year. Do you know when they don't try? They don't try towards the end of the year. They're not trying now. So if they are trying now, imagine what the next 8 weeks of shows are going to be like.
Bro, I'm going to have to give them my cross because these niggas need Jesus, bro.
These people need a lot more than Jesus.
They
need a Goldberg. That's what they need. They need a Goldberg to walk in. That's the only way to save the company.
Generation Goldberg.
Yes. They need they need to bring Gilbert into their show. And they need to try to build him up like Goldberg. That's what they need to try to do. I'm convinced Gilbert can draw more than anybody on this roster.
What, instead of bringing like the spears, bringing the drop.
Yes. Yes. I swear to...
Instead of him being like top heavy, you just have his legs like freakishly huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just do anything. Anything is better than what they are doing right
Which is
now.
out of nowhere. He like drop kick.
Bitch. Anything. Anything in this world could be better. You could have fucking paint drying, and it would be a more entertaining show than Impact is right now. Nobody's watching this show. I stopped watching. I fucking don't know any storyline heading into this. You know how I know all this? I watch YouTube videos, and I watch the Bound for Glory pre-show. The uncut Bound for Glory pre-show, by the way, which had an extra 8 minutes of bullshit.
Wow, an extra 8 minutes.
Extra
wow.
whole 8 minutes of fucking bullshit. This pay-per-view is going to do no buys. No buys. You know, TNA before, they got 1 million viewers weekly. You know how many pay-per-view buys they did? 80,000. So out of 1 million people watching the show, only 80,000 bought the pay-per-view. So with only less than that, with only 230,000 people watching, no fuckers are going to buy this pay-per-view. TNA is going to gain $80 from this one pay-per-view. They're going to gain $80. Actually, they're going to gain more than that because they actually, I don't know how they did this, but they actually sold out this damn show in Canada. They sold this show out. How? I don't know. Maybe they started charging like $5 per ticket. Maybe that's how. These people. There's no saving this company, man. It's done. It's over. What else is there to do? There's no hope. Ricochet is not going to change anything.
I'm sorry, you said Ricochet. I thought of Rikishi. That nigga dead.
Rikishi would save this company, and he's dead.
This company's about to be dead.
You could bring Rikishi's tombstone in, and he'd be a better wrestler than half of the guys on this roster.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to make that freaking sticker. Damn. Where that shit at?
TNA is dead, folks. It's dead. Oh, TNA is dead. I only said that because they had a promo like in March with a fucking somebody, and they were like, TNA is dead. We are now Impact Wrestling. And then 3 months later, they turned it into Global Force Wrestling. And then Global Force Wrestling is dead now, so now it's just Impact Wrestling again.